Hello friends, this is Jai Hari Iyer. I am making an effort to help those who want to do their individual income tax returns 2018 at this time, initially 2018, and later I would do more for earlier years, but currently I am concentrating on 2018 tax returns, helping those who want to do their tax returns by themselves using my tax authorized by ATO. I'm trying to make it simple that you can do it by yourselves without having to go and wait at any accountant and tax agent's offices, and you can probably understand better your rights, your duties and obligations through my website 1-800-eaudit.com.au and axourtax.com. The website address again, www.axourtax, axourtax.com, or 1-800-eaudit.com.au. To make things easy for you to understand, if you have lodged a tax return in the last year or any prior years, and if you know how to log in to MyGov, MYGOE, MyGov, and if you have linked your MyGov account to my tax account with Australian Taxation Office, then my guidance is going to help you to do tax returns in 15-20 minutes. Firstly, you have to click into Australian Taxation Office website, logging in with your username, password and things like that. And when you see the screen where it says tax, and it will ask you, it will prompt you for lodge. And lodge there doesn't mean when you click that you end up actually lodging tax returns. All you have to do is you have to click that to enter into preparing your tax returns. And you don't need to do it all at one sitting. You can start doing some part of this tax return on one day, save it, and next day when you go into MyGov, My Tax, you can resume from where you left. So it's so easy and simple. An income tax is having broadly 4 different areas for you to understand and complete. First area is the area of your income, from salary, from interest and dividends and so on. That is the amount of money that you earned. Second area is the deduction. Deductions are those expenses that you necessarily have to incur in earning those incomes. And these expenses are listed under 15 different labels in the tax form. They are D1 to D15. So 15 labels are there for reporting your expenses. Now these expenses you are not going to get compensated by the tax office unless you have already paid some tax and you are claiming these as deductions against your income. You are not going to get a dollar for dollar refund of these expenses, item D1 to D15. Third category is your tax offsets, refundable offset, non-refundable offsets. Offsets are rebates. When you claim an offset, you get dollar for dollar offset from tax office. For most of the individual taxpayers, you don't have much to claim as rebates. So rebates are really not something that you are going to end up filling in your tax return. It's going to be calculated by the tax office by itself when once you lodge your tax return. So rebates area is not something that we need to concentrate much about. Income area, we don't need to worry so much about income area because most of the income items will be already pre-filled by tax office. When you open your MyGov My Tax, you will find most of the information is already pre-filled. ATO does not accept any responsibility for the accuracy of those data. It is the duty of you as taxpayer to confirm all these incomes are correctly reported by tax office, pre-filled in your tax returns. So income area, I'm going to do that as the last bit. The first one would be to explain to you about your rights and obligations for expenses claims D1 to D15. The next area I would like to explain will be your offsets and rebates T1 to T11. So that way income, expense, rebates. And the fourth area that you need to know in lodging your tax returns is some mandatory questions that you need to answer before your tax return is ready for lodgement. Otherwise, it will show V errors, V for validation errors. It will show that it is not valid to lodge. Now that doesn't mean that you have done something wrong. That can only mean that you have not marked yes or no in some of the very important questions that ATO expects you to mark. So if I have to tell you that income is already pre-filled by tax office, you are only verifying whether they are all correct, the amounts are correct. If I have to tell you the offsets, you are not going to be marking most of these offsets. And I have to explain to you only about the deductions, and I have to explain to you about the most important questions you need to answer yes or no to enable your tax return to be lodged by yourselves. Out of 15 labels of D1 to D15, not each one is relevant to everyone. Most individuals will be answering questions D1, D2, D3, D5, D9, D10, D12, D15. Some people will be answering D4. So other labels, most of the individuals who are only working class, working for some employer, will not require to answer any of those questions. The other mandatory questions that I mentioned about validation error problem questions, those questions I will summarize in brief, and you will be able to lodge your tax returns by yourselves. So this is an introduction, and I will put my voice recording for each area separately. Thank you.